Grand Rising. So, I just watched a video about Israel. And oh, we gotta criticize Israel. It's not anti-Semitic because there's evidence coming out. There's child trafficking and wars and the things they're doing is evil. And even our president told him to stop doing what he's doing and he didn't. Okay, why are we so concerned about Israel? We need to look at America and what America has done. And just because we were told by people that war is good and we have to go to war for this reason, Stephanie, we had to do that. We had to do that, Stephanie. We had to do it because of this reason. The reason that your media gave you? We had to go bomb Hiroshima. We had to go to Vietnam and murder and massacre women and children. We had to come to America. The religious came to America. The same people who are in charge of Germany and all that shit that happened were in charge of America. Right? We go to school, they teach us about their wars and that we're the good guys. Hi, Hitler, pledge allegiance to the flag, blah, blah, blah. The pledge of allegiance to the flag. What is that? That is that, when I look at the classrooms, I think at the classrooms, I'm thinking, this must be how it was in Nazi Germany. All these kids sitting here in this class. Hi, Hitler, and that's how I view our schools now with the Pledge of Allegiance, with the histories they teach. They're not teaching the truth in these schools. They're not teaching what really happened. They're not teaching the truth behind these wars. Who's funding these wars? Who's using our lives as at their expense? They don't care about us. They line military men up and inject them in a bunch of toxins, and they have PTSD and all this anxiety and all these health issues. I wonder why. Because what they're doing is they're using people as lab rats and at their expense. You will become property of the United States of America. It's a corporation. It's not a country. It's a fucking corporation that you are working for when you work for the government, when you work for the military. And what our country has done is really bad, and we need to answer to that. A lot of these Christians, oh, we had to go to war. A lot of Christians join the military. But you're okay with killing people? Make it make sense, please. You have these chaplains in the military and the police force and all this other stuff. Make it make sense. I'm done with it. I do not support America anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't. And I know people saying, oh, move, leave the country. No, we need to fix what's going on in here. We need to all come to the truth and say, wait a second. America's done some terrible things. We can't judge Gaza because look what America has done. That's what we need to do. We need to take a look at America. The wars that we fought, the people that we've killed, the amount of deaths, the fact that you have people who were native to the land, who were stolen, children were stolen from their family and put into Catholic boarding schools, and they died there because it was unnatural for them. They were taken away from their own families. This didn't just happen in America. This happened all over the world. And Americans did this in war. You think these wars go on? Oh, then these Christians come in. Oh, now we can sell these children to adoption agencies. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the truth, and I'm saying, okay, wait a second. This isn't right. And I used to support it. I used to back the blue. I used to support the military. I actually want to join the military at one point in my life. And now I'm so happy I did not. So happy I didn't. Because I do not support what I'm seeing. My morals are kicking in as an adult, and I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. Doing my own independent research here, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And part of the takedown was during COVID. That's how they took away a lot of our rights and brainwashed a lot of people. But there was a silver lining, because during COVID, a lot of people woke up at least about vaccines. A lot of the people I was an anti-vaxxer before COVID came out. I already was not going to be taking that. I saw from a higher perspective what the media was doing, what was happening, and I was scared. I would literally walk around the store with Avalani, and I'm like, Avalani, what does the sheep say? And everyone's wearing their masks, and we're not wearing masks. I saw children wearing masks. I'm like, people have no more common sense. There's no more discernment. It's gone in America. People just support whatever the media tells them to, whatever their parents tell them to, their friends, their peers. Where is the individuality? Where is the authenticity? People are too afraid to speak up these days because they're scared that people are going to judge them or shame them or whatever. I'm not afraid to speak up. I used to MAGA all day long. I was the MAGA nationwide girl. I fully supported America. And now I don't anymore. I don't support any of the things I'm seeing. I don't support our judicial system. I don't support the law enforcement. I don't support any of it. There's a war in America right now, and it's psychological. And a lot of people are falling for it. And not even just psychological, but look what happened in Minneapolis. It started on fire. Who did that? Who started Minneapolis on fire? That's the questions I have. I don't think it was Black Lives Matter and Antifa, unless there's paid people in those groups to do that. I want to know who's funding all these wars, who's funding these people to come in and do these things. Who funds the media? We need to follow the money. That's what we need to do. And I'm following the money here in Dakota County, right? When you see people of power receiving special treatment in court, that's corruption. Trump kept talking about draining the swamp in 2016 and 17, and I was all about it. And now I'm realizing the swamp is here. It's in our own judicial systems. That's what the swamp is. It's your own local governments. It's your teachers, the people who work at your schools, who treat your children like shit and get away with it. They abuse students and literally have lawsuits dropped against them because the school doesn't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with lawsuits. We all need to answer the things that America has done. America has committed a lot of crimes since it was created. America has committed lots of crimes. The colonizers, I used to think, oh, shut the fuck up, get over the colonizers. There's always been wars. Like, that was my mindset. There's always been wars. Lands have always been conquered. So it's still okay to go into somebody else's land and kill their women and children to conquer it? What? What? And oh, the savages. They were savages. They were killing Christians. No. Christians, Christopher Columbus ended up on our land or down in Mexico, right from Spain, and brought his Catholic religion over there. And that's why I see a lot of Mexicans. Like, I'm not worried about the Mexicans coming here. Well, I am, because they're all Catholic. But what I'm more concerned about is that wall, and what it's really going to be used for is to keep us in. You're like, oh, the immigrants. The immigrants are already here. Listen, when I work at every job I've worked at, there's lots of Mexicans already working there. So if you think they're coming over here and taking over and stealing our jobs, there are jobs that nobody wants to do. One, two, yeah, people do get cheaper labor when you do hire them, illegals. And I'm not against illegals being here. I know people get pissed off about that, but nobody owns land. I don't believe that anybody owns land. You can say, oh, you sound like some liberal hippie chick now. I don't care. I'm going off of what's morally right and just, and the way that we've treated other countries, the things that we've done to women and children across the seas and here on this land is not good. Christopher Columbus called them savages so he could justify chopping their heads off with a sword, with the cross. With the cross, he came with his cross and he started chopping heads off and killing the savages. And so when they attack back, oh, look at, they're dangerous. No, look what you're doing to them. What do you expect people to do when you literally keep taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and murdering and murdering and raping and raping and pillaging and pillaging? What do you expect people to do? What do you want people to do? You want to pretend like you're the good guy? No, absolutely not. So if you're upset about Israel and Gaza and all that other stuff, you should be upset with America. Just equally as upset with America, because just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that's not what our country is founded on. Our country is founded on rape and murder. That's the truth. When you actually do your own independent research, not what the media tells you, not what your public school system is feeding you, which is funded probably by Israel and other head honchos. We could take our country back if we all united together. But instead we're here fighting about Charlie Kirk and Christians and liberals and everyone's stupid, and we're so fucking divided, not just by red versus blue or left versus right. It's child against adult. It's adult against child. It's gay against straight. It's lots of things. There's lots of things going on right now, lots of discrimination I have personally witnessed in my life, not just to black people, to fat people, to children, to people with disabilities. Like, there's been lots of discrimination in this country, and it still continues on to this day. So we need to stop worrying about something that's going on overseas. That's really sad and horrific. I get it. But start focusing on your own country and what we can do to unite each other. That's what we need to focus on. Become one big team and say, we've had enough. Have you guys need to check out the movie A Bug's Life if you haven't, because that movie is literally telling you, there's lots of movies telling you, like, trying to plant that seed inside of you. Hey, we gotta stand up to the grasshoppers, aka the government. And someday we will. Some of us are. Our protest, my protest is, I don't go to a job. I don't pay taxes. Haven't filed my taxes since 2021 because I don't have money to do it. I don't have any money. Sorry, you took it all. You took all my money. I'm just gonna stay home and feed my kids and take care of my kids, grow a garden, find other ways to make cash so I don't have to pay fucking taxes, because I'm done. I don't support what I'm seeing. And I have a right as a human, sovereign being, to not do that. So, please, do your own independent research. figure out what am I supporting? Is this good for me and my kids? Is this actually like productive for society and for humans, or is this going to harm humans? That's the way I look at it. So who is this harming? Is this harming a human? And if it is, I change my tune. I'm like, okay, what can we do that doesn't harm humans? What can we do that won't destroy humanity? Like, these are the questions. I have lots of questions that I keep asking, and I feel like I'm the only one asking these questions. Well, Andrew asks these questions too. That's why I appreciate Andrew, because he gets it. He understands it. He sees it. He experienced it in the courts. He experienced his whole character being crucified by these court systems, because that's how corrupt they are. Had his whole character crucified, you know? So, I'm all about saving the children. And right now there is a child trafficking happening, and it's happening in our country. It's happening overseas. It's happening everywhere. And it's through our court systems. It's through the foster care system. It's through the church. You're trafficking your children through the church, through the school, through the system. All of us have been trafficked. We were all trafficked in one way or another. People say, oh, that's not the same as kids being raped and whatever. I'm like, well, there's always been children who have been raped. America, our soldiers raped children over in the My Lai massacre. Our military did this. Our military, our U.S. Army, did this to children. You have other people in this country who also, in the foster care system, molest children. So there is an issue there. You have people, I mean, I wasn't, thankfully, well, I was touched by other children when I was a child, but that's because children experiment, and they're curious, just like human nature would call. They're curious. They have rights to their bodies that are being stolen. So it's not just the sex part of children doing that, but it's the fact that children are told by these religious parents, oh, don't touch yourself, don't say poop or potty, those are potty words, you can't use bodily function words because it's potty words and it's rude and it's gross. And they can't touch their bodies, they can't explore their own bodies because, ew, that's gross, go wash your hands, we don't do that, we don't touch ourselves. And now you're creating shame around kids, children, touching their bodies. They feel embarrassed about it and they feel shameful about it. Now you're creating shame in your child. That to me is the same as like child trafficking, sex trafficking, because now you are cutting a child off from their own body. And I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, okay? This is my TMI, but I started dilling myself when I was 5 years old. No one taught me how to do this. Nobody taught me how to do this. Here's what I knew. I knew that I shouldn't do it in front of people. I just had this knowing. Don't let your mom see you do this. Don't let your sisters, like, hide it. So I'd do it under a blanket a lot while I was watching TV, or I'd go in my room and do it at night, or whatever. You know, I would do this since I was 5. I've been doing this. And children do this. Children do touch themselves. They do masturbate naturally. It's a natural thing that children do, but they're told by their religious parents, don't touch yourself, that's gross. It's a sin to masturbate. It's a sin to have sex before marriage. It's a sin to do this. It's a sin to do that. No, you guys, a sin is a lower frequency. It's greed, it's lust, it's jealousy, it's wrath, it's, what am I forgetting? Sloth. I think I'm forgetting one more. Those are sins, and those are a frequency held within your body, and those sins is what causes you to react in a negative way. So think about it. Think about how you're acting, how you're treating people, how you're treating your children, what's right, what's just. That's what we need to start figuring out. What have we done wrong as Americans? What are we doing wrong as humans? And how can we change it? How can we fix it? That's what needs to happen. That needs to take place. You need to take a look at how you're raising your children and figure out a better way. Figure out how to make them feel accepted and loved and not feel shameful for doing natural things. Okay? I love you. Have a great day.